Okay, back at it again. Just as I promised. Part 2? Oh, Infinite Love with Kate, with my special guest, Ronette Lesby-Brown. If you've been following, you're going to enjoy another long episode of an interview we had. It's not even an interview. A conversation we were having back and forth of two people just kicking it, talking about life. Talking about growth and healing, talking about our bodies and self-love. But if you're new to this, I recommend that you go back to part 1 and enjoy. And also, if you are new to this or you're returning, I appreciate your love and support because obviously I know I've been on a hiatus. And this interview or duet took place over the summer prior to me finding out that I had to have a hysterectomy. So you're going to hear a lot of heavy breathing. I apologize. It is what it is. I tried to do the best editing I could, but we also found a glitch in our microphones during it, and it really wasn't worth paying all the extra money because they said they couldn't do much for it. So with the time that I had off, I did the research that I could and did the best editing I could. You can adjust your volume all you want. Bear with me. I hope you still enjoy it because it is definitely worth listening to. The humor, the banter, the love, the respect for each other. And also stay tuned for what's coming in the next few weeks as I finally regained my strength, back on my feet, back at work, trying to balance life and also jump back into the creative world for what's to come for season 5. So enjoy as we jump back into the conversation talking about self-reflection in our cars and where that takes us. That is my newest thing this year. That's my beautiful reflection. Like I'm taking that breath. I'm taking as if I have chaos coming in here.
But
this house
so
is fine.
Peaceful, though. Like,
it is.
I pull up, like
But I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for my home.
Park.
Yeah.
I take my seatbelt off.
Yeah.
I get that left leg, sit it up. So now I got one leg up and one leg down, and then I'm scrolling on my phone.
But while I'm doing that, I'm talking to myself, reflecting to myself how grateful I am. I'm like, man, today was trying, but today was awesome. It ended on a good note. Or this is all mine.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for like I've lived there for, I don't even know, 14 years, 13 years. I'm like, dang, and I love it because every day I'll be out there for 20 minutes to 40 minutes, forgetting.
It feels
so good.
Good. Now that's self-care, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure.
I know that I personally don't do that great of a job with self-care, but like getting my hair done is therapeutic for me.
That's self-care.
Right? Even though it costs so much.
Yeah.
So if you guys know people that, want to, give some free wigs.
Yes. Yes.
I'm out here just saying, right? Because I spent a grip for my hair. But I have an amazing hairstylist that it's an art form for her. Right?
Okay.
And I love it, but that's self-care for me.
Yeah.
For people, you get up and you do your makeup every day. I do because it makes me feel beautiful. It's self-care for me. And I'll do my face and I don't even wear foundation, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I like putting on my lashes. And I like a cute, shiny lip gloss or,
She does love her lip gloss.
Yes, and I love my lip bar.
Yeah.
Red lipstick, it stays on
all day,
right?
all day.
Red lipstick, right? But it's just little things like that are therapeutic. Me shopping on Amazon. What?
Did you see it? I've been, for my trip, and every day is 5-6 packages. I'm like, I gotta stop. I know.
My cart has like 357,000 things.
I know, and I put them on hold. I'm like, I always ask myself, do I need it? Do I desire it? Or is this just
but
greed?
Amazon be thinking they be slick, right? It'd be like, there are items in your cart that has a price change. And it'd be like, oh, it went from $19.99 to $19.98. You think come on, Amazon. Like,
I'm gonna need you. Well, that's why I got addicted to TikTok Shop. Talk about price cutting. Oh.
I've never ordered off of TikTok Shop.
Careful.
I'm always afraid. Is it like...
Oh, I love it. I love it. Everything comes right away. I mean, not as fast as obviously Amazon.
But see, that's my problem. I don't like waiting.
Well, if you don't mind waiting and you like the price cuts.
But what's the wait?
A couple days.
Oh, okay.
It just depends on the item. Yeah. No, honestly, it just depends on where it's coming from. It'll tell you too before you say okay. But yeah.
TikTok Shop.
Yes.
No, TikTok Shop.
Yeah, like some things are like $4.99. I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah. I just got like a ab roller, one of those things that you land around.
I bought the stepper machine for my booty and my thighs, but here's the thing, right?
Do you use it?
So my mind and my body are like enemies. Right?
my song went in my head.
I'm waiting for them to be friends.
Oh, got it.
Because my mind is like, you can do it, right?
Yeah.
But my body like, girl, if you don't put that Spanx on and it suck you in and keep going.
How do you? I've probably a one handful times worn Spanx. I can't breathe.
I wear a girdle every day. One, I don't want to jiggle. I don't want my booty jiggling in my summer dresses and my clothes. Like, that's just, I keep it all together.
You do. But you're talking the corset from way back in Bridgerton's era.
But
you love
I
it.
Been the bomb.
I know you would have been. Whereas I would have been better off as the dude in a tuxedo because I could pull that vibe off.
But Shonda needs to call me. Like, let
She
me
does.
just be an extra.
Oh, maybe
Like,
we could do that.
I just want to be in a dress and like the wigs and
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah, I would have, on Titanic, I would have just jumped. I would have been like, screw
Oh
it.
no! Oh, no.
Take me
I
right to the
would've been
bottom.
Floating on little.
No, with that corset, I would jump
What? Oh,
and go down. Go down with the ship. No, that's just not I can't. These are the little signs that I should have always picked up on and how gay I was as a child because, one, hated wearing dresses. Hated it. We always wore dresses. Church, everything. Put me in a white dress for a family picnic every year. Come out of that forest preserve, head to toe in dirt because I was like a rough rider and it just had to be a tomboy that just rolled down, explore. And yeah, I look good in a dress. I mean, I definitely... There's a couple pictures I was showing work. Yeah, I was feeling it. Especially in Puerto Vallarta, I was like, damn, you can't put me back in those dresses. I'll pull it off, but I just, no, not comfortable. Once I realized, especially the last year, my comfortability of my fit, and I loved that part of me, is like coming into my body and knowing what I like and what I feel good in. I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting there. I love to see that growth, like my personal validation. When I get to validate myself, I'm like, yeah, now I'm really feeling that myself. All right.
Think thick.
Yeah. I've been thinking those thick thoughts. Like, yes.
You know me, I throw a dress on.
Yeah.
I throw jeans on. I'll do jogging pants on.
Yeah.
I just go with however I feel that.
Yeah. And then you see me at work in joggers every day. You're like, that's what she's feeling.
Listen. It's you, right?
It is me, though. It is me. Yes.
Like, honest self.
Yes.
Like,
it is,
be
totally.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Like me.
And then, like, when I get to dress up, like, that was the part I was learning. So when I got to dress up for that cruise this year, that's the stuff I've been envisioning, but not knowing how to put it together. And then when we said, let's do a sneaker ball, I was like, oh my God, thank you, universe. You're giving me that opportunity of how I want to express myself. And I loved it. Maybe minus a little bit of the tummy weight, but I was like, oh crap, I'm hitting the 44 menopause thing. Time to get all that checked out. But I still loved it. I was like, damn, all right.
And you felt good about it, right?
And I already have it in my head. Like, and now I have just more outfits. I'm like, okay. A lot of this year I wore blazers. I was like, yeah, I like this fit on me. Like, I feel it.
You did wear a lot of blazers.
Yeah, I liked it. I was loving that I felt comfortable in, which I never did before. You ever have those days? I remember a lot in high school and college where nothing fit right, and you were just like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not doing it.
My clothes, my body was just like, ooh, go ahead, girl.
Okay, I did not have that luxury. But it was me. It was the insecurity, though. I think I don't know how I identify anything with. I mean, it would be so traumatic where I was like, I can't go out. I knew not to go out.
I mean, that's how I felt with my hair. Like, if one strand was out of place, like life was over.
Yeah,
like, it's just crying. I'm not.
But I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand what it was though that was making me so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I'd see the image in the mirror and I was like, no, this doesn't fit right, or I don't fit right. But I was not anywhere near connected to my body as I am now. So I'm like, oh, it makes sense. 20 years later, you're like, I wish you could jump back in your life and be like, little girl, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, like I am thick, shapely. I like it, right? Yeah. This fupa, it's here.
It's not going anywhere.
I girdled it up, but listen. God knows he can't make my stomach flat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a job, right? Like, I would be
you
that
wouldn't.
girl. No,
you wouldn't, no.
I can't come to work today. My stomach's flat. Like, what do you want? You want me to teach? Not today.
You're like, I'm doing something else. Flat? Something else.
What? Like, everything would be cropped. So God knows, like, Ronette. And then we're going to go back to JC.
JC's like, girl, we can't give you a flat stomach. Right. We already saw your future.
But I cannot make it too flat. You're going to act out. And I can't even get mad at him because I know he's telling the truth.
Yeah, he is.
Because I'm telling him what I'm going to do. Like,
I already have visuals of what I would do.
You take it off 4 days in a row. Yes, my stomach flat. Like,
I'm doing things over here, but don't you worry, I'm making my own money.
Appreciate the days that I am here, because when I am here, I'm going to do an amazing job.
You're like, speaking of that, I got like 160 days saved up, so you leave me alone.
But when it's a good stomach day, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
But God knows that.
Yeah, he does.
Jesus,
He
like,
saw.
they know.
He's like, honey, I already saw your future life.
He did. So he
Yeah.
said, I'm going to give you this little pooch where you can still be humble.
Yeah.
So I'd say, okay, you know what I mean? And, you know, I got to be humble in my girdle. You know, you can't do too much because I still got to breathe.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's why.
But he knows me.
Now, when you go home, you let all that out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, first of all, when I go home, I like to be free.
Yes. Okay. Free.
I'm free.
I think I won't share the story, but I think you had told me a story that you fell asleep one time. Too free. You forgot.
Sleep free.
But no, you forgot. It was like a nap. You didn't expect to fall asleep, and the family came home.
Because I'm free.
Yeah. They're like, you're having like, babe, you might want to go in the bedroom.
Like,
Go be free.
Let me be me, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's just how it is. But, you know, like I told you, me and Jesus got this understanding. Like, he knew some things he just can't give me. He can make me an amazing teacher, but he can't give me a flat stomach because I can be amazing with a flat stomach. I'm not going to be at work. I'm not going to have nowhere to go.
I wouldn't even know what to do with
I just
it.
need to
If my stomach was that flat,
and look in my trunk with sports bra on and some leggings and short. Like, I know my level of ignorance. Like, I know, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be a Fashion Nova
No,
model.
your accountability. Yeah.
My pajamas, I'm going to be a Fashion Nova model. Like, all the time. My level of ignorance would be so bad.
Yeah.
So
We see you everywhere.
What?
Billboards and all.
Listen.
Be like, somebody don't stop her. Let her go.
But I know.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Claim it. You got to claim it. It's yours.
Listen, I just know what it is. So right here, C-sections. This little baby's going to be right here.
Hey.
Because I want to keep my job.
Yeah.
I'm amazing because of my fupa. So I'm going to go online. Thank you, Lord, for my fupa. Don't make it any bigger because it's a nice size right now where I can, hide it.
All of a sudden, I just pictured a bulletin board.
Yes. You know what? I need that. Say, thank you, Lord, for my fupa.
They'd be like...
It'd be like bubbles.
Oh, yeah. But then you got to change the acronym for school. Like, what's FUPA? Yeah. It's like dumb. Like, you don't know what FUPA is, but you know what you're talking about.
We got to make something else.
Yeah.
We got to change the P word. Maybe it can be the fat upper pouch area.
Yeah, but you can't really promote that at work. So you gotta create it like an educational, fun, something program. Like make it something inviting. But in your mind, you can walk by it every day and get that snicker and that little half grin, like, yeah, I love you.
But listen, I'm telling you, I'm a great teacher because of my FUPA, because it keeps me humble in the classroom.
What's that song? Stay humble, stay kind.
That's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, the good one. Now I can't. I don't know if I could ever think about you without thinking about your FUPA and your humbleness.
Listen, I'm big.
We have no qualms here. We share it all, and that's cool.
Gone off so much, but people can see that like teachers are like real people too.
Oh
right?
God, we are real. I mean, I have no shame in my game. None at all.
FUPA, FUPA and all.
But what were we talking about just now?
I don't know.
No, we do go off tangent, but I've shared that on day one of my podcast. I said no. But yeah, I do. But no, that I go off tangent no matter where I'm at, who I'm with. You can only talk about one topic for a second without jumping into 8,000 more.
Yeah.
And then when people are like, well, what were you talking about? Oh, no. What were you?
Well, we were talking about that I'm an amazing teacher.
Oh, yeah. And how you're fire. And
I fight for the underdog.
Oh, I love that you went right to your podcast voice. Yeah. So soothing and seductive. Yeah. I think you're taking your flat stomach to a whole new level. I think you're channeling.
I just held it in, so I'm feeling like...
Yeah, I know. And it's seductive. And it's like, ooh, who's she channeling?
But did you hear me listen to it? How sexy that was. I just held it in. I'm going to die now, so I just got to let it out. So,
does she have a name?
But
the other person? We need to give her a name.
To name?
Yeah. All right because of this FUPA. Fupe.
Fupe. Hey, girl.
Hey. Fupe's out. Hello. Welcome to my podcast episode.
So this is Ronette talking. This is Fupe. Okay, I like it.
It is. It's a beautiful way to...
It's French. For extra tummy.
Extra loving in my oven.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
See, we can do this all day long. I love that.
Off topic again. Let me see. What do your questions say?
No, but I did have
talked about a lot.
I do. Yeah. I have a question for you because I'm not sure if you've been asked this ever. But talking about alopecia and talking about your wigs.
Yeah.
Would you ever not wear one at work? Could you ever see yourself getting to that point? Makeup and all, like, fine.
I get asked that actually a lot.
Do you?
My husband tells me every day, baby, just be free. You know what I mean?
Well, you talk
People
about
have
how...
seen me ball.
Yeah.
Like, be free. Do I think that I am at a level in my life that I'm ready to do that? No. I'm not there. And it's not more so like I'm embarrassed. It's just like wigs are awesome. Like, I just love
Yeah.
you know, like different hair, different styles.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
She has some cute ones because I have my own personal favorite.
the bob.
The bob.
It's
She's
the bob
sexy.
for me.
That's when I see Poupée. She got this whole different like bounce to her when she wears it too. And I'm like, damn. So I always have to make sure I compliment her when I see her.
But your bob was dope when you had it. Remember you had
Yeah.
it was blonde.
Oh yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
was the dope stuff.
Do you know what's funny? I just had a breakdown with my hairstylist because I would like to go short, like shave, do an up top, kind of like that soft mask level.
Like the mom with the sextuplet mom, what's her name?
Okay, no, that's just nasty.
name?
That's Kate. No,
Kate
no,
Pussy?
that's not a
Like her
hairstyle.
cut?
No. I'll show you afterwards. Like we're talking hot. I don't know what that was, but thanks. You can just ruin this whole moment.
I'm just trying to.
No, I'll show you.
Trying to cut your hair off.
It's just something I wanted.
Are you gonna put your earrings on?
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll get to that
You gotta put
conversation
your
next.
earrings on with your short style.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But we were talking about how it's just not really possible because of my scar line across, so and everything is just so thin, and there's so many scars, and it just wouldn't. And it was frustrating to me, right? So I'm having a moment because I'm triggered, which is fine, because I need to be triggered. I need to let it all go. And she shows me pictures. She's like, "Well, what about?" And she was just trying to be nice. What about tattooing? I was like, listen, I appreciate that, but I don't find that sexy. I don't connect to the amount of tattoo that this woman had that she showed me. I was like, I teach also, and I don't think that's very appealing or inviting.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what about when you speak across the world? I'm like, I still don't. I'm like, I'm just telling you, that person on there looks hot. I don't connect with it because again, my scar line still will show.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you for that, but then it kind of frustrated me more. I was like, whatever this feeling is, feel it.
Listen, you can get a wig to do it for you.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, like they create them where you can get a short style to do like what you do.
Do what I do.
Just try it.
That's a good thing to look into. I will. But yeah, my biggest thing, I'm a scratchy itcher. Everything itches for me.
You take them off.
Just middle of my day, like, hold on, while I'm driving halfway home.
Well,
Put it
listen,
back.
speaking of that, that's why I talked to God too.
Oh, menopause?
Like, yeah, I talked to him about menopause.
Oh, you haven't hit that area yet.
No, but we have to talk about
Yeah, you
it.
have to have that conversation because have you hit perimenopause?
They told me that I was like close.
You'll know. I mean, it's...
When the fibroids start acting up, they told me like,
Listen,
you're
but my
in
fibroids
menopause.
acted up when I was 19, and then at 30 they were like, you could get a hysterectomy because you're basically in perimenopause. I'm like, oh.
But I was
like, wasn't it
probably
jump started?
42, right? And I know it's coming,
Yeah.
but again, I had to talk to JC.
Yeah, JC has had some great conversations with us. He's like, now what, Lesby?
Like, listen,
Poupée, what do you
cannot
want?
make me sweat on the top of my head.
Oh, yeah,
Like, I
that's...
get you're gonna put me through some changes, right? But
They're not
I
some.
can't rip my wig off in the middle of class. You can't have my face sweating.
But
So-
maybe that's what JC will do to have you push yourself out of that comfort zone.
But I don't want to be pushed out of that. Right?
JC's listening, by the way, so he's like, oh, you know, I got
Just
you.
because one, I paid a lot for the unit I got on, so this is not to be taken off, right?
I get it.
Like my wigs are not bothersome to me,
No.
right? Like I love them, but during menopause,
Yeah, you're not going to love
I
it.
just need him to not let that happen to me.
Yeah.
That's why I be talking to him.
Yeah. He's like,
you
okay,
know,
but I'm going to teach you something, though. He's going to teach you a valuable lesson
listen,
somewhere.
He already taught me with the fupa, right?
You know,
Like,
just carry that bandana so you can just dab.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
that's all you
it.
need. Ooh, you see those new fans? They have the neck fans that are like powerful.
I saw it.
So maybe you'll just be aligned and
But I'm
then...
hoping that he's like, you know what? You're already hot. I'm not going to make you feel hot.
Yeah. He's like,
Because you're already
Poupée is already on fire.
Yes, like, so I'm just, that's why I talk.
We talk too. Our level is not as the same as yours. You got a whole different...
But I've been saying it for you. But write the vision, make it plain. So
I know.
Go home and write it down.
That's hilarious.
Hey, JC, what up?
Yeah. Hey, can
Don't
you...
make me sweat on my head.
No. I just went to the girly doctor finally. It's before COVID, so I was being naughty. But I was like, let me just go because I need to figure out if my cortisol is too high. Because it was like a waking, but just in my stomach this year. And I'm like, okay, I fluctuate. I've always fluctuated in my stomach. But this was like a, hey, bam. I'm like, oh, I mean, can you slide somewhere else, like to the booty? Yeah. JC didn't care for that. He said, I got you. So this lady was just sweet as can be when I'm telling her all my woes. And I'm like, oh. She's like, oh, okay, well, just schedule more appointments, mammogram, internal ultrasound. I'm like, oh.
Listen, you can put a booty pad on.
No, I was like, yeah, I could. Could you imagine? Yeah. I'd be the girl that walks and all of a sudden it falls out.
No, like panties that just, you're just giving you just.
I don't need a booty pad. I like my little booty. I've like grown to love my little booty.
See, there you go.
And like the other day I had something on and there's like booty shorts and I was like, oh, I can squeeze it. I'm like, oh.
See, I can't wear booty shorts.
Yeah,
so you can get away with those shorts that I would never be able to get away with those.
What? I think you could.
No.
People would be looking, but for the right reason.
Thighs out.
So?
Thick thighs save lives.
Exactly. So let them out. Let them out to save lives.
I have to save mental lives at work.
I'm talking about after hours, like after school. Let Fupe wear the booty thighs. Now you got me saying all sorts of short. What am I saying? Booty shorts. Let Fupe wear them after hours. You're out of school. Put them on.
Listen, I get down after school.
Okay. I don't get to see you often at the school. No
one really sees me.
I know. You still dress Ronette today for me.
Yeah, but this would be me outside of school. Old Navy summer dress outside of school.
Oh yeah, you do.
I'm a mom. You know what I mean? So I'm still like careful with what
you still carry Jesus.
Yes.
Right
You're right there. Listen, I told you, me and JC.
I know.
Me and G, like we got a different, like relationship. Like
we do. I say the same thing. I'm like, I'm pretty cool. I got my spirits.
And I know when I have something on that, maybe I shouldn't, because my husband, where you going?
Ooh, see, when he asks it, now you know.
Baby, look, okay, where you about to go with that on? So, that's when I know.
Yeah, you're like, to the front door to get the mail, to come back in. Hey. Do you change after that? Or I'm still
no,
going out.
It's never anything like that's bad.
You're not going to church with it.
You think I got on my cargo pants and a tank top? And he's like, where are you going? Vince, I am all covered up. Like,
yeah, what?
Showing. But that booty, it's my husband.
You're like, babe, I can't do anything about the booty. Yeah, it's there.
You looking all thick going out the house. This is me. Did not sound like him.
He did. I love his old man. His old man chat.
He's a great guy.
He is. I love that he came into your life. But that's because you had a conversation with JC and JC said, you've gone through war and back and I've got you.
He loves me with my hair off.
And that's why I appreciate.
Clean my wig.
See,
he's learned how to clean like the glue and stuff off of my units.
That's a real man. That's a real man.
Yeah.
That's truly a real man.
And if I'm exhausted, he's like, just give it to me. I'll do it.
So wait, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because I know you didn't just hand it over when he said, let me clean it. I know you had to give him the boot camp of a week's worth of lessons.
Oh, no.
Because you're very particular too. Yeah.
How to do it. That, now he knows how to do it. And
perfect.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
And, I've always walked around my kids with my hair off.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted them to be comfortable with it. So I know people with alopecia whose spouses have never seen their hair.
Really?
Yeah. I know women who never ever seen it. But I always wanted my kids to know that this is mommy. Right?
Yeah.
And my husband now knows this is mommy. Where you're not liking me because of what I look like or loving me.
Yeah.
It's because my heart, and people just don't understand that. It's the heart of people.
Oh, yeah.
Which, to segue back, which makes us an amazing teaching staff.
Yeah.
Because
heart and soul.
Yeah,
heart and soul has always been me.
Yeah.
I've lived my life and nothing, if anything, even with the healing and unhealed version, I still was led by heart and soul.
Yeah.
That never changed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Healing isn't linear. It's never going to go away. I'm not sitting here saying, I want to be healed.
And we still hurt, right?
God, yeah. It's still okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because new things come up and it's I could be doing all this work and all of a sudden something I never saw coming from my past just hits me. I'm like, what the? You think I'm ready for this? That's that conversation. Was that? Okay. So going back, you were talking about how you'd like to be free for your kids to have them see you. Mm-hmm. And that's great because, sorry, I got a little distracted by the crazy squirrel. So now that we're back and we were talking about your children, seeing you in all of your glory, your righteous, beautiful glory, they're obviously okay with everything. Do they ever ask you questions of fear of the future, or do you just talk to them about?
No, because I've always been very, very open.
Okay.
About alopecia. So like when they were babies, I purposely would not have my hair on just so they're comfortable.
Yeah.
So, I will tell them stories of things that I've been through. They know, like, we all have stuff going on. Just keep pushing. So,
and also to know that spreading awareness and spreading kindness, that it matters what you say to people, your friends, anyone, like that has an effect. And that's what I always teach with my nephews is this is what I went through. You don't want to be that person that my one nephew, he is the greatest, especially with kids with disabilities. He'll always jump at helping in any way, and that came naturally. He came to a lot of our Special Olympics practices when he was really little, and he high-five them during practice, and he's just that aware, and he understands that bullying happens, but he does have a tendency to be mean too, like any other kid, and I remind him, like, hey, what you just said, snapping off, it hurts people. Yeah. You may not think it does, but it's going to have an impact on somebody, so be careful. Because you're basically projecting whatever it is you're feeling right now. So if you're going through something, share that. Yeah. Don't keep it bottled in. Kids are so different nowadays. And I think a lot of it's the social media and the technology.
Parents just have to do a better job of, like, hugging and loving their kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem. You know what I mean? Like, normalize telling your kid I love you. Normalize just walking in their room.
Boys and girls. Because I think people forget boys need to hear that just as much as girls do.
Yeah. Like I tell my son all the time, like, your superpower is your brain. My daughter, you are so talented because you have to speak life. I've had to speak life into my situations. You have to speak life into your students. I have to speak life into the classroom. I have to speak life into our ESY program. You know what I mean? Just
I have to speak life into this podcast.
I have to watch what you say. You know, so. And I think this podcast has been awesome. This is just another platform that I told, like my story on. And
how's it feel to be able to share that?
But I don't feel depleted. I don't feel nervous. Like, I just feel I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Like,
good.
I can't control it.
No.
So
why fight that world of control? Yeah. Why? And that's what I said earlier is I don't want to be the victim. I want to be the hero of my own story because I'm the writer, I'm the creator, I'm the director of my story.
And I don't ask about, I'm not even at the point where I'm like, God, can you bring my hair back? Like, after 28 years, like, people don't understand that. It's not that I don't have the faith. It's just not my priority. This is just me.
Surgeries. Someone asked me, they're like, would you ever start your surgery? Why? Yeah. I said, my biggest struggle was every time I asked for a surgery, it changed how I looked, which meant that it changed how I felt about myself, which I was already struggling with. So then, therefore, now I have to start over. I go, who wants that life? Why am I chasing? I attract. I don't chase. I don't need to chase for a face. I gotta love me. I gotta, chase myself. And that's what I did with this journey was flipping the role of running after something that's not existent because it's not my reality. My reality is right here, present in this moment. So if I can't get a hold of this and love all of this, then I'm just going to be chasing for the rest of my life. Yeah. And JC's always going to be holding that carrot like, come on, you want to do that life, then when you run yourself ragged until you're so depleted. I don't want that life. No, thank you. So I had to take a pause because my friend had to take a very important phone call. So we ended up having to delete that entire section, which we kind of talked about basically her husband going into a program for the Golden Apple Accelerant and how proud we were of him. And basically we kind of just jumped to a new segment of learning and how we learn on our own and not always being the crutch for other people in the sense of you have to let people do the things they need to do on their own, which then brings us into the next part of the podcast. Enjoy. Yeah.
And it's just like thinking outside box. Like that's what teaching is all the time.
Yeah. Trust your intuition.
Outside the box.
Yep.
What would be the best way I will learn this?
Exactly.
And you can't be afraid to laugh. You can't be afraid to,
I dance.
Jig,
yeah, you know me.
Do a little 8 count. Can't be afraid to reach back into those things that made you happy. Like as a child.
Creating a song to memorize something, to memorize a formula. Yeah, we did all that last year. But that's what I loved about last year is kind of, it brought me back into it. It's like a reminder. And it was fun
maybe
because
that was just a refresher for you to
like you
make
repeat
teaching,
cycles
like, love it again.
Exactly. Because not everything has to be a repeated cycle where it's like, okay, you miss a lesson, but more so of a reflection of, okay, this is what you used to enjoy. Like you need that back in your life. And that's why I think Mr. T and everyone came into my life after that, because I was doing that work that received those blessings, because it was a blessing to have that man waltz into that classroom.
Because he was, I mean,
phenomenal.
Talented. And with me, I just, how can I put it? I don't want to bore myself.
You don't want to bore yourself?
I have to keep it, fresh every day. And plus, I get so much joy when I see, like, their light bulbs go off, where they get it.
I've walked into your classroom a couple of times and witnessed that. And that's why I love watching you teach.
And I just...
It's so hard to describe, because it's beyond joy, because it lights up within you, like, oh my God.
I didn't, even during COVID, I didn't hate teaching. I love what I do.
Yeah.
But I also know that I'm being elevated to do something else. And I just have to be patient. So with me working with Golden Apple, I knew that I always wanted to help other teachers and other educators become better teachers. So me being a part of their mentoring program, that now I get to go and watch other teachers in their element and help them to develop into their best selves. So I'm actually looking forward to that next chapter. And I just got my acceptance email.
So will this next chapter, will it be sporadic, or do you see yourself in the long run making that more permanent?
Probably making it permanent.
And leaving the teaching?
I don't know. You know,
I know it's a scary question, because it is.
But I can see doing something on the side.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of what I want to do, is eventually, motivational speaking, writing my books, I want to eventually leave the teaching experience, but it's not for anything that because I hate it. It's just that when you know, and I know that my creative passions are on fire, and I know that I wasn't even aware of these gifts before, and now that I have them, it's I keep building on them, and I love that I'm learning, I'm teaching myself, and that's that kind of light bulb that that spark that's okay, use this, let's not just sit on it, but I feel it. I just know it's about timing, and so I trust it too. Because before I was okay, I'm going to give myself a time limit, 3 years. Why? Why do that to yourself? Because you're limiting yourself.
Yeah.
There's things you need to learn, and JC's already paying attention. Where it's oh, you said 3 years. You put a demand. No, I didn't. Well, now it's it'll happen when it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, and I knew that this I wanted to do this next level with helping incoming teachers, because with Golden Apple they do something called Scholarly Institutes of the summer. And that's for the teachers or college students in their program, that they go through this extensive training, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I was able to be a speaker at Lake Forest and Northern College.
Yeah.
And I remember my topic was debunking the myths of working with diverse learners. And it was standing room only, in my symposiums, right? I had great evaluations, and the students just walked away because I was my authentic self when I was talking to them. And it was it fired them up. So people from Golden Apple called me Lusby. Everybody wanted to be in your class. And I'm just but this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So,
but you want to be on that level with them. That's the thing I think people forget. You remember, because we wear so many hats, it's who should I be for these people? It's no, I'm not trying to be, I don't need to sell you.
Yeah.
Because if I have to sell you, that means I'm overselling myself and I'm becoming something I'm not. I'm giving you a version of myself that doesn't truly exist.
I only know how to be me.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. You either gonna it.
There are multiple levels of me, yes, but you're going to get them all in one sitting. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love about this part. Whereas before, I think shaming yourself and knowing okay, I'm totally being a version I don't want to be. When people tell me, fake it till you make it, I don't know how to fake it. Mm-hmm. I can't fake things. I masked so much of my life that was faking it, and that almost killed me. Why do you think I want to fake it till I make it? Mm-hmm. I'm never going to make it then, because I'm lying to myself and I'm putting that energy out there in the world of just lies.
Yeah.
I can't. And it's so much harder now, when you're around people and you feel they're lying, you're I don't know how to connect with that, because I was that before. So I hold space but I just can't sit and listen to this anymore. You know, it's like someone's spoon feeding me BS. I don't want that. I no part of it. And that's where my brain is sometimes with the politicians, the politics of education. These kids matter. There's so much we could be doing for these kids. There's so much money. There's so many people you can hire. Why aren't we hiring grant writers to supplement for the things that we need for these kids?
And then just administrators just got to trust the teachers.
Yes.
You know, I don't need a new, strategy introduced every 3 days. Like,
no, that's because,
we were focusing on like SQ3R. I will never forget that, in school. You know what I mean? But it was just a way that we organized information. And I just think that, we just have to get to the point that we have to just
trust,
stay with something and let that work.
And it's not going to happen overnight. Every year we change it.
Practice where, but we have no idea if this one worked. We gave this strategy 12 seconds.
Yeah.
We need some more time.
Well,
like you have to develop. And if you're always changing, every 30 seconds, we can't see if anything worked. We have no data to compare it to.
No.
Give me a semester.
Yeah.
God,
a year.
It's about consistency.
Well, consistency and holding people accountable. Fine. If you don't feel you can't trust a teacher, that says something about you and that teacher that you need to have a conversation with. Not put all of us in one glass jar and say, okay, you're all messing it up, so let's change.
Fix it, Jesus.
Ready, JC? We're both asking that.
Listen, fix it, Jesus.
Well, on that level, I know that you do need to get going soon, but I really wanted to say thank you for this.
Absolutely.
I truly enjoyed. I didn't know what you were going to say when I put it out there. I was like, you know what? I want to ask her. And it wasn't even because I was like, oh, we'll talk about alopecia or something. It was just because I was like, you know what? She needs to just come sit down with me.
But I think that this was good for me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's divinely aligned.
Yeah. I'm comfortable talking about it.
And I love that you freely spoke about it before even bringing it up.
What I'm going to
do? Oh, no.
It's not like a strain coming up anytime. You know what I mean? The strain is not there. What do I do?
Yeah, no, so there's no magic button.
No, you just learn how to buy the right eyebrow pencil. You learn how to buy the right type of lashes. And you get you a bomb hair. And then I keep going and I keep moving.
Yeah.
I cannot let alopecia ran my life so much.
Yeah.
That now I do it when I want to. And that's how I'm going to do it.
Because I can't imagine for me, obviously I cruised on since I was born. So, I lived with it. Mm-hmm. But it was true, though. When puberty hit in 7th grade, it fucked me in the worst way possible because emotions. I'm already a sensitive person. I was a beautiful, sensitive person then. I just saw joy and love and light in everyone. Everyone was a damn rainbow and a unicorn to me because I just felt that. Mm-hmm. I was like an internalized Care Bear. So then puberty hit and everything became dark.
Yeah.
And it was slow motion. And it was like, you could see the joy leaving me. You could see the love leaving. And I saw it and I hated it. Because it was almost like you're pulling a tug of war and you're pulling, but you can see that the other person, now there's 10 people on there and only one of you. And you're just slowly letting go of the rope. You're like, damn it.
Yeah, I can look at pictures and tell this was a really bad moment in my life. And then I look at pictures now and I can see peace.
Yeah.
So my takeaway from just even with this podcast, it's just protect your peace.
Yes.
Things that are not going to bring me.
Pour back into yourself.
I don't want any parts of it.
Exactly.
And
I don't feel shame about that.
No.
When you were talking about how your group was small, I look at that now as that's my life. Is because protecting my peace. Also, I can't fake that. I can't be something that I'm not with you. And, obviously I don't drink anymore. So I don't know if that just means people stop asking me to invite me out because they think that that's going to bother me. None of that bothers me.
But your life has gone on. You know what I mean? Without,
exactly. I can be in those moments and be fine with it. It's not something I'm like, oh God, I miss that.
Me finding peace is me sitting in my loft watching Bridgerton with no one interrupting me.
That's the key. No one interrupting you.
I'm okay with that.
Mine is literally a blanket sitting up against a tree, listening to a book on tape or my music or writing.
But mine is swinging in my egg swing.
Your egg swing?
Mm-hmm.
You have wait, what's an egg swing?
The swing that kind of looks like an egg.
No, but I know hammocks.
It's like a hammock.
Okay.
But it's like the circle.
Kind of like a bird cage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be.
So you saw my video that I posted. I was in that over the weekend. And I was in Georgia. And I just was swinging.
Yeah, that's...
And I was like, this is my happy.
Yes, because you could do it for hours and not even know hours
I was in Menards and I saw the patio swing.
So you're like, sold.
And I
you got
sat
in it
there and I was swinging.
Who doesn't? I mean, come on, like go to Bed Bath and Beyond. Like, who's not gonna try this a little bit and be like, I'm gonna just cozy up and see if I like
They're
that.
too high, so I can't do Bed Bath. They don't have enough deals for me.
True. Yeah, I got mine off of Amazon.
There we go.
Amazon.
Say that.
I got my bed. I got the new one where it's I don't know what it's called, Nest something. Like it's
a blanket?
No, it's a bed.
Oh.
But I needed something. Mine was too hard.
Oh.
So I got one that kind of like molds into you.
Yeah.
Then I got 900 pillows and a full body pillow.
Yeah, my husband hates the pillows. He's like, "What's the point?" I'm like, "It just looks so nice."
Well, no, you should see me. Like I got coolant. So one size cool and one size warm. Mm-hmm. Those pillows are phenomenal.
Amazon.
Amazon.
You gotta send me the link. Oh, see. You're trying to make me shop.
My bad. Well, this is the gift that keeps on giving. This is for Fupe. All right. With that being said, again, thank you so much, my Lesby.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This was amazing.
Ooh, that sounded like Fupe said goodbye.
This was amazing.
Ooh, thank you. And with that being said, thank you all for joining me on another episode of Infinite Love.